Peace and love, family. Peace and love, family. Disclaimer, we may not have the best sound quality, but I am in extreme palau for this segment that the Most High would allow it to come across loud and clear to the 1, 2, or even 10 that may need it. Yahweh, have your way in this segment. We bless you, we glorify and magnify your name. Family, you have just tuned into a dual segment with Connected in Spirit and Truth with your sister Malaka Adaya and my Ama from the channel Amaneyama Yasharal. Y'all need to be subscribed. Let's go. So family, I'm going to be sharing with y'all Davy from Hailing Me from A to Z, and then I'm going to let the Ruach HaKodesh do what it do on the inside of Ama, and she is going to tend to her babies. That's us. All right, y'all. So here we go. Davy. Today we are going to visit the V word that most people that have had traumas in their life try to avoid. That word is vulnerable. The last word you would expect. Most people choose to be strong with walls built up all around them. But that will not truly help you heal. That will only isolate you and put you in a position where intrusive thoughts can torment you, allowing the trauma to continually traumatize you. Even though the last thing you may want to consider being is vulnerable, that is what you need. That is what you need to heal properly. Vulnerability in the right setting, around the right people, is imperative. Being vulnerable means emotionally opening up. I need to pause because very recently I experienced emotional trauma. When you come from like a lot of rejection and abuse, negative spirits attached to you, emotional dysfunction follows you. And so I never really felt accepted by people. So when I started to feel accepted, you guys will hear me say this a lot, I allowed fellowship to become an idol to me. And when I lost people that I thought would be in my life like forever, and like we would, you know, do mighty things for Yahuwah together. And when I lost those people, I said, I'm done. I'm going to be hard. I'm not going to allow myself to get hurt like this no more. I don't want no new friends. No new friends, right? That was my, you know, that's where I was with it. So reading this right now, like, that is why this is called Healing Me from A to Z. Welcome to my journey, y'all. So let's keep going. So being vulnerable means emotionally opening up to people and exposing yourself to them. To be vulnerable, I can't see no more. I can't read it. Right here. Somewhere.
Okay, vulnerability in the right setting around the right people is imperative. Being vulnerable means emotionally opening up to people and exposing yourself to them. To be vulnerable, start by sharing what is on your heart, what you have gone through, and what you are feeling. Try sharing your fears, your doubts, and even expressing your needs without worrying about being ridiculed, mocked, or judged. I know it is risky, but it is a risk worth taking.
Can we take a commercial break? Since 2020, Fusion 5 Essentials has prided itself in providing everything needed to maintain healthy, soft, manageable beards. We have deep conditioning butters that not only fortify your strands, but actually stimulate your hair follicles while making your hair manageably soft. So family, look no further and shop Fusion 5 Essentials today.
Cambridge Dictionary definition of vulnerable is this: able to be easily physically or mentally hurt, influenced, or attacked. So, you may want to find faith-based support groups or communities that will encourage and empower you. I know that after being hurt and traumatized over and over again, it is difficult to build trust. My advice is to seek the Most High for wisdom and ask Him to lead you to a person or to people where you are safe to be vulnerable. That way, the process of healing can begin or, in some cases, continue. You may need to go back a few pages. You may need to revisit day A or day P or one of the other days before you are able to reach day V. This is your healing journey, and only Yah can dictate where you should be. Once you have determined to actively win on the battlefield of your mind, you will reach each step at your own pace. But you will continually need to make strides daily to get to where you need to be. The beautiful thing is that you have determined to fight, so your healing has already begun. Use wisdom when choosing the person or people to be vulnerable.
Very important. Choose wisely.
Ask Yah to send such people into your life. Before you know it, you will be instrumental in someone else's healing journey. Your faith in the Most High and your diligence will cause you to heal victoriously and triumph over everything that tried to destroy you.
Community is more than just a place we live. It's the way we look out for one another. For the past 3 years, Yah's Storehouse has stood as a pillar of hope. It began with a simple mission: to ensure no family among us goes without. Since we opened our doors, we've seen firsthand the difference a helping hand can make. From a warm meal to essential supplies, we've been a blessing to many. But as the needs of our community grow, so must our ability to meet them. The reality is, the shelves don't fill themselves, and the lights don't stay on through hope alone. To keep this mission alive for the next 3 years and beyond, we need you. We are looking for partners who believe in the power of giving. Whether it's a monthly pledge or a one-time gift, your donation is the fuel that keeps this storehouse running. It's an investment in your neighbor's well-being. Join the Yah's Storehouse family today. Visit our website or stop by to see how you can donate.
Second Corinthians chapter 12, verses 9 and 10. And he said to me, my favor is sufficient for you, for my power is perfected in weakness. Most gladly then, I shall rather boast in my weaknesses, so that the power of Mashiach rests on me. Therefore, I take pleasure in weaknesses, in insults, in needs, in persecutions, in distresses, for the sake of Mashiach. For when I am weak, then I am strong. The next one that we have is Psalm 34:6. And as y'all can see on the screen, I'm using the TS 2009 on my YouVersion app, right? So that was Proverbs, 34:6. Hold on a minute. Psalms. Sorry, y'all. Thank y'all. Psalms 34:6. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. All right. Here we go. Zang. This poor one cried out, and Yah heard him and saved him out of all his distress. Now, when you read stuff like this, please personalize it. If you're a daughter of Yah, say it again. This poor one cried out, and Yah heard her and saved her from all her distresses. Next, we have Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 13. I'm scrolling. Yes, indeed. All right, nah. All right, what's chapter 13, verses 5 and 6. Verse 4. I want to start at verse 4. I'm just saying. Let marriage be respected by all, and the bed be undefiled by allure, but allure. We're going to read that again. Let marriage be respected by all, and the bed be undefiled, but allure shall judge those who are adulterers. Y'all, that was a sidebar. It just caught my eye. Let that be for who it was for. All right, so we have to read verse 5. That was the lineup, right, Amma? Verses 5 and 6. All right. Let your way of life be without the love of silver, and be satisfied with what you have. For he himself said, I shall never leave you nor forsake you. So that we boldly say, Yah is my helper. I shall not fear. What man shall do to me? I'm not afraid of that. Nah, I'm sorry, y'all. All right. I thank you, Father, y'all, because I was a mess a minute ago. My spirit has been lifted. Yada Yahuwah. Finally, last but not least, 1 Peter. Let's go on to 1 Peter. 1 Peter, and we are in chapter 5. 1 Peter 5:7. What it says. 1 Peter 5:7 says, casting all your worry upon him, for he is concerned about you. Verse 8, be sober, watch, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Resist him, firm in the belief, knowing that the same hardships are experienced by your brotherhood in the world. So take heart and be encouraged. What you're facing, the pain that you're facing, is not isolated to just you. We all going through it, y'all. All right, and so we will be back for the commentary of our beloved Amma Neama after this. Gotta pay the bill. Are you giving your hair and body all that it needs? As we grow older, our skin loses some of its elasticity and natural oil production. But don't worry, because Fusion 5 Essentials is here to help. Fusion 5 Essentials strawberries and cream body butter melts into your skin with rich natural nourishment and a subtle strawberry essence, leaving your skin feeling deeply hydrated, soft, and giving you the glow that says, how you doing? It's all natural, it's handmade, just for you. So what are you waiting for? Go to fusion5essential.com. We have everything that you need and want for smooth, luxurious skin and for the brothers, beard care. So come on and shop with us today. All right, Amaneyama. So you have heard all that was put into Day V, and I want you to just let the Ruach HaKodesh speak freely through you. So Abba Yahuwah, take over in Yahusha's name. What says you about this chapter, or this letter for this
This
case?
V for vulnerability. You know, being vulnerable before people, there is always a form of hesitation within me. Because I think about how is this, or how am I, or how what I'm going to share with people is going to be received.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, at this point in my life, I cast my cares upon Yahuwah, because he's faithful and he's just and he careth for me. Whatever he uses me to reveal, to be flayed open before people, it's not, there's no concern about how it's going to be received. It's more, how am I going to be empty to be revealed? Am I going to let Abba use me in that broken place, in that place where I don't want nobody to know, oh, I did this, or I said this, or, you know, somebody saw me, or somebody heard me say something that was out of context. It is about just being open and being unafraid about the reciprocation. Who's going to think what? Who's going to say what? This is between me and Yahweh. This is between me and the Father. And however he chooses to use me to expose those places, those hidden, those deep secret places, to help somebody else, then so be it. For what my testimony is in being vulnerable is to allow somebody else to know, you don't have to hold on to this. You don't have to keep this hidden. You don't have to hold on to the secret sin. You can be free and have liberty in Yahusha, that if he set me free, which his word says he does, who the Son set free is free indeed. If he set me free, he can set you free. So exposing me will allow somebody else to be vulnerable, and with that sin, or that transgression, or that iniquity, that they can be vulnerable to. So
okay, I got you. Praise Yah. So I do want to ask, like, you and I have, just like everything that I have gone through this year, you've gone through with me. You've been thrown under the bus for being a mother to me, because a mother doesn't turn her child away. A mother corrects her child and still stays by her child. Has any of this stuff that we've gone through deterred you from being how you have always been, or are you going to continue to be that way, knowing that the potential for everything that you share to be used against you, or would you still continue to be as open as you've been, or would you say that you'll pray for more wisdom for the Most High to show you how much of yourself to give to a certain person or a certain group of people? Or are you just going to be like, I'm going to stay the same, and whatever is whatever?
I know I'm not going to stay the same.
What would change?
Praying for wisdom in specific situations, one I may not have encountered before, or I may have encountered and I did or said something unwisely.
Right.
So I will pray for more wisdom. One thing is going to change is I'm going to fight even harder.
Out of your horn.
Not just for those that I love and love me, but even for those ones that I don't know, but the situation I may have encountered. That those who are not under Yahuwah, those who haven't even come into the knowledge of the truth.
Right.
That even with praying for those who may be closer to Sheol, that we would snatch them back. Some things are going to change. Some things are going to change. I'm not going to say, I'm praying for more wisdom. I don't want to think that I ever know anything, or that I'm just a vessel to be used.
I know, for me, I am going to stand on Sirach 6. I'm going to have to prove a friend. I noticed that, like, having a hard head will lead to a sore behind, because even though I haven't spoken to this brother in a long time, there was a More that had told me, be careful how much you share and who you share with. He said, get you one or two people that you can unpack on. And then everybody else, and I'm going to use my own words to kind of like simplify what he said, do it business-like. Minister to the people, the word of Yahuwah, what Yahuwah gives you, and done. Right? So I think where I messed up is I made everybody my best friend. I was way too open. And then, yeah. And so one thing I will say, I want to give you a shout out because you correct me when correction is needed, but you never overstepped your boundary. Like, because I call you Amma, if I'm going through something, you have to be there to mediate it or to regulate it. You gave that space for Maury Rick to be a dad to me. And I'm sorry for the backlash that you got for it, but Yahuwah knows that you weren't picking sides. You let me know, listen, the offer has been made for me and you and a couple of other ladies to come together. I said, no, I just want my dad to deal with this. And so I'm sorry for the backlash, but Yahuwah will judge all of us. And I am going to stay transparent and real, but I am going to keep my circle so small as a dot, baby. I love all my brothers and sisters, but you have to have wisdom and who you have around you and how tight you are with these people, because if we notice Yahusha, he, the 12, but there was only 3, like he just like rolled with like that. And I think I need to learn from Mama Mashiach and kind of move how he moved. So I'm not going to stop being vulnerable and transparent, but I am going to use wisdom. And everybody that, oh, you're so wonderful, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're so kind. The word warns us about that. Let me tell you what it says. Luke 6:26. Woe to you when all men speak well of you, for thus their fathers did to the false prophets. Verse 27. But I say to you who are hearing, love your enemies, do good to those hating you, bless those cursing you, and pray for those insulting you. And to him who hits you on the cheek, offer him the other also. And from him who takes away your outer garment, do not withhold the inner garment either. So now, family, be careful of the love bombing and the sister, daughter, auntie, whatever. When you literally just met a person and they have not proven you and you have not proven them. Be wise as a serpent, but as gentle as a dove. That's all I got. Love y'all. Shalom. Shalom.